It was a quiet evening when Captain Ethan Hawke's ship, the Prometheus, was on its regular cargo run through the outer rim of the galaxy. The stars in the distance sparkled like endless diamonds, the hum of the engines a calming backdrop to the mundane tasks of navigation. Ethan, a seasoned space trader, had seen many strange things in his time, but nothing would prepare him for the encounter that was about to change his life. As his ship passed a barren planet, a distress signal flickered on his console. At first, he thought it was another glitch or a random transmission, but the message seemed different, urgent, full of emotion, and unmistakably pleading. "Please, help us. We will give you anything you want if you save our daughter." The voice crackled through the static, and Ethan's heart skipped a beat. The transmission repeated, then cut off. It was a cry for help, one he couldn't ignore. Ethan hesitated for only a moment. His gut told him to ignore it. Most distress calls from unknown sources were traps. But something about the desperation in the voice tugged at his heart. With a sigh, he adjusted his course and followed the signal to its source. The alien family. Ethan's ship descended onto a small moon orbiting the planet. The air was thin, the landscape barren, with jagged rocks and cold winds sweeping across the desolate surface. As the landing ramp lowered, a figure appeared before him, a humanoid alien, tall and graceful, with iridescent blue skin and large, sorrowful eyes. Behind him stood a woman, similarly alien, her features gentle but worn with worry. "Thank you for coming," the alien man said, his voice trembling. "I am Jorrin, and this is my wife, Erynn. Our daughter, Lyra, has been taken. Please, you are our only hope." Ethan's pulse quickened. "What happened? Who took her?" Jorrin stepped forward, his expression pained. "A group of raiders. They came to our colony, took our child, and vanished before we could react. We are not warriors. We are simple farmers, caretakers. Please, we've tried everything, but they're too powerful for us." Erynn, tears glistening in her large eyes, spoke softly, her voice full of anguish. "We're willing to trade anything we have, technology, knowledge, whatever you want. Please bring her back to us." Ethan felt the weight of their plea. He could see the fear in their eyes, the desperation in their voices. This wasn't just a transaction. This was a family in crisis, willing to sacrifice everything for the return of their child. "How do you know I can help?" Ethan asked, his voice firm but compassionate. Jorrin looked down, then pulled out a small device from a pouch on his belt. It was unlike anything Ethan had seen before, a glowing sphere encased in strange metal. "This is a tracker. It can pinpoint any being with a unique biological signature, but it needs someone with the right skills to use it. We know you have those skills, human. You can find her." Ethan examined the device closely, his experience with alien tech making him a bit more comfortable with it. He nodded. "I'll help you, but I can't promise it'll be easy. These raiders, are they local?" Jorrin's eyes darkened. "No. They are a group of mercenaries, scavengers. They've terrorized many colonies in this sector, but they never took a child before." Ethan could sense the anger in Jorrin's voice, but the fear was more prominent. He understood the weight of being in their shoes. If his own daughter had been taken, he would be just as desperate. "All right," Ethan said, closing his eyes for a moment to steady himself. "I'll find her." The rescue mission. The tracker led Ethan and the alien family across the galaxy to a dangerous asteroid belt known for harboring outlaw factions. The mercenaries had set up camp on one of the largest asteroids, hidden deep within the belt, surrounded by dense asteroid clusters. The journey was perilous, filled with narrow escapes from ambushes and nearly being swallowed by asteroid collisions. The closer they got to the mercenaries' hideout, the more difficult the terrain became. Erynn, though terrified, insisted on coming along. She wouldn't leave her daughter's fate in the hands of a stranger. Ethan agreed reluctantly, understanding her need to be there. Jorrin, however, stayed behind, unable to face the dangers of the mercenary stronghold. As they approached the base, the tracker started to glow brighter, indicating they were close. The group of mercenaries, however, had set up defenses, auto turrets, energy shields, and armored sentries patrolled the perimeter. Ethan's mind raced. They needed a strategy, and quickly. "I'll sneak in, disable the security systems, and get inside," Ethan said. "You stay here and cover me. I'll get Lyra out." Erynn nodded, though her hands trembled. "Please don't let them hurt her. She's just a child." The showdown. Ethan moved through the shadows, using his advanced tech and his training to bypass the mercenary security. It wasn't easy, and he encountered several close calls, but his determination to save the girl kept him focused. He found Lyra locked in a small, cold cell, her eyes wide with fear but unharmed. The moment she saw him, her face lit up with hope. "You came for me," she exclaimed. "Of course I did," Ethan said, offering her a reassuring smile as he worked to free her from the restraints. "Let's get you out of here." Just as they were about to leave, a loud explosion shook the base. Ethan's heart skipped a beat as alarms blared through the compound. The mercenaries had discovered their intrusion. "Move fast, Lyra," he ordered. With Lyra clinging to his side, Ethan raced toward the exit, weaving through corridors filled with smoke and debris. The mercenaries were closing in fast. The two made it to the outer perimeter, but before they could escape, a group of heavily armed soldiers appeared, blocking their way. Ethan's pulse quickened as the mercenaries aimed their weapons. He wasn't going to make it without a fight. But then, as if by fate, Erynn appeared from the shadows, her alien form moving with uncanny grace. She activated a device from her belt, sending a pulse of energy that incapacitated the mercenaries, stunning them long enough for Ethan and Lyra to escape. The return. The family was reunited, but their ordeal wasn't over. The mercenaries would not give up easily. However, thanks to Ethan's help and the bravery of the family, they were able to escape the asteroid belt and head toward safety. The family expressed their deep gratitude, and Jorrin, when he saw his daughter safe, made an offer to Ethan that he would never forget. "You saved our daughter," Jorrin said, his voice full of emotion. "You are a hero to us. Please accept anything we have. We owe you more than words can express." Ethan smiled and shook his head. "No need. You've already given me what I needed. The satisfaction of knowing I did the right thing." As Ethan watched the family depart for a new life, he felt a warmth in his heart. The stars had never seemed brighter, and for the first time in a long time, he felt like he truly belonged in the vastness of space. Epilog. Ethan returned to his ship, the Prometheus, ready to continue his journey. But the memory of that family, their unwavering love and sacrifice, stayed with him. Sometimes the greatest rewards come not in wealth or power, but in the simple act of saving a life.